Okay. So at the end of this little training, you'll be at the beginning. And what I mean by that is there's only so much that I can teach you in 45 minutes. So you'll be at the beginning where you can start to choose your own reality with volition, which is commitment, and making sense of exactly every single piece of behavior that you produce at every point in time. Now ask yourselves this: have you ever been in a situation where you really want to build your business, where you really want to create success, where you're really pushing forward to get the things that you wanted to get when you originally joined this company, and then you found yourself doing something completely different to what you said you were going to do, or what you thought you were going to do, or how you thought you were going to act, or you find yourself minimizing yourself and contracting, where you start going, oh, I don't know if I can, I'm not sure if that's okay, I don't know if they will. Put your hand up if you've been doing that. It's definitely happened at some point in the past. Great. We're going to talk about that. Now, the system that I use is integrated NLP. Some of you will have heard of NLP before. Some of you will have studied NLP before. It's been around for quite a while now. And the way we do things is different. So what we do is ensure that NLP is integrated. So rather than learning a series of steps, what we give you is something that's actually useful in your everyday life, something that you can put into action straight away, and something that's going to generate effective transformation, great resources, spectacular influence, so that you can get to your desired destination, goal, or state. Does that sound like it's going to be fun? I think it's fun. I love language. I think language is super fun. So the first concept I want to talk about is perception is projection. Perception is projection. Some of you may have heard of this. Some of you may not heard of this. And we're going to get through to it. So you will have all heard about it. You will have all heard about it. So perception is projection. So perception is projection says that you're not so much perceiving the external world as you are projecting what you carry inside out onto the world around you. So some people will say something like, everyone's always mean to me. And if you experience a whole lot of mean people around you, the way to manage this is to actually look at yourself and go, how is that meanness inside of me? And a lot of people go, but I'm not mean. I'm really nice to people. I'm really lovely to people, right? And I know that people in multi-level marketing generally are lovely people because they genuinely want to help other people create success, right? So you go, well, how am I mean? And I want you to think about this for a minute. How are you being mean to yourself? So it's not about you being mean to others. It's about you being mean to yourself. And so what happens is the external world shows you that meanness, for example, so that you can ask yourself this question and go, where am I not taking care of myself? Where am I not looking after myself? Where am I not honoring doing the things I said I'm going to do? Where am I not honoring creating what I said I'm going to create? Oh my goodness, I'm actually being mean to myself. And then you get to clear that up and the whole world around you changes because you're no longer projecting onto the world outside you. If this makes sense, do a thumbs up like this if you're on screen, or put a thumbs up in the chat. So great. So the world outside you is a reflection of your inner thoughts, your feelings, your values, and your beliefs. And the great thing about that is if you're not happy with what's going on outside, it's great because you don't have to change anything outside of yourself. You don't have to wait for someone else to change. You don't have to wait for someone else to do something. You actually just get to do something yourself. And as you get to do something yourself, you can be the change you want to see in the world. You can be the change you want to see in the world. So in other words, the outer world is a reflection of what's happening inside of you. And this is just some pre-learning to get us to the point where I can teach you some of the stuff that you can utilize straight away. So I want to talk about cause and effect. And some of you know about this and some of you don't know about this, and that's cool. You know that saying, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction? that implies that if there's good, there's also bad. If there's health, there's also ill health. If there's good water, there's also bad water. And it implies this concept of a paradox. So cause and effect. We want to be at cause. We want to be able to hold ourselves responsible. So if something in your life happens or you get a certain result, on some level, you are the cause of it. Now, this is a big concept because there are some things that have happened to people in life where they go, that wasn't my fault. Cause is not fault. So let's take, for example, the person who has been harmed as a child. You didn't cause it. However, your reaction to it now as an adult, you are the cause of that. And you are in charge of that. And you are able to take responsibility for that. And you are able to change that. So if something happens in your life or you get a certain result as an adult, on some level, you are the cause of it. So you've helped create it. Your life doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. So every thought and action that you take is an opportunity for you to create life the way you want it to be, instead of allowing it to just happen to you because you didn't make any choices, goals, or decisions. And cause and effect says that for every act, there is a reaction. That's basic physics. We all get that. What I want you to really recognize here is that you are the creator. Everything that goes right in your world, you created it. The opportunity for things to go well in your world, you created it. And when you realize that, the empowerment that you get as a human being and the ability to create change for not only yourselves, but for others, will allow you to create the most phenomenal experiences and allow you to move forward in life exactly the way you planned. So if you want a different result from what you're getting now, then you're the one who can and must cause it to be different. Now let's put this into perspective in terms of multi-level marketing. Say, for example, everyone you ask to join your team says no. The first thing you would do is you go, okay, how am I creating this? Where am I saying no to myself? And it might be as simple as you've got some old undies and you really need new ones, but you've been telling yourself that you don't need them yet. Go and buy the new undies and watch what happens. Because every action has a reaction. And it might seem like something super simple and super trivial. However, if you start looking after yourselves, then the people around you will start looking after themselves. And as they do that, they're going to be more interested in joining something to create the life that they want, just like you've been excited to create the life that you want. So let's look at what happens when someone's at effect. So you can be at cause where you realize you're the creator, or you can be at effect where you blame others. Now, here's some of the things that people at effect do. They hold the victim framework. They blame everyone and everything else. So none of my friends want to buy. None of my friends want to join. I don't know anyone who wants this. They procrastinate.